if you love nature or bike rides or hikes or whatever, it's a really good time to come out to your local river and just admire some wildlife. The Rivers Trust is currently running the Big River Watch from this Friday, the 19th of September, through to next Thursday, the 25th. They want people to come out to the local river, as I said, and just spend 15 minutes admiring wildlife, take a note of what you see, whether that be plants or animals, and recording them on an app in the form of a survey. I'll put the link in the description and I'll put a screenshot here. It's called the Big River Watch and it's free to download, it takes 2 seconds, there's no sign up or anything. But you download this app, you record what you see, and then you do a quick survey, it takes 2-3 minutes. And that's just to help them monitor the health of the rivers without actually having to be here themselves. There's tons of us, so if everyone went out and enjoyed the river on a little walk or something, it's much easier for them to look at the data from everybody and compile it rather than going out to each individual location themselves. So not only is it a good excuse for you to get out and enjoy wildlife, but it also is really important to help understand the health of our local rivers here in the UK. I literally just said there's no buzzer, didn't I? And there it is there. Got a time lapse set up. Hey Siri, set timer for 15 minutes. 15 minutes, there we go. Let's get some footage of the buzzards. We're gonna see if these wood pigeons are still there. They are. One of them is, yep, both of them are still there, the squabs. Not great footage, but it's what it is. But we're going to pay really close attention now to the river. We've seen ducks, going to count them because they're all over there still. And I'm going to sit here for 15 minutes, watch, and then once I come back I'll try to get some footage of my lenses. I'm going to get my monoscope out actually so I can probably tell the things that I see. But so far, ducks and the grey wagtails, the pair of them. Where's my monocular? They are so cute. They were flying around here yesterday all the time when I was out. Again, this isn't going to be great footage, but they're another one that's on the survey. Of course, they're sat still today when I'm not trying to get them on the lens up close. But there we go, grey wagtails, they're lovely. Oh, look at you, hello! Good morning. You guys are beautiful. I won't be here too long today. This morning anyway, coming back later on for another one this evening. But ducks, grey wagtails. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to be back and forth between both sides, which isn't great for bird watching, I know. But I do want to get a glimpse of both sides, especially while the tide's in this morning, because when I come here usually the tide is out. Now as you can see, very murky again this morning, as it was last night, so you can't see to the bottom as we could on Wednesday. I haven't even introduced the main point of today, which is that it's the Big River Watch. I'll put a video clip at the start of this one. But yeah, it is the Big River Watch put on by the Rivers Trust. And what you can do, I will explain it again at the start of the video, but here, if anyone is still watching, download the free app. I'll put it up on the front of the video, you would have seen it, but sorry. Download the free app and you come and sit for 15 minutes at your local river and you just monitor what you see, or you record what you see, either literally record or just make note in your head or a physical note. You take note of what you see and then you report it on the app in the form of a survey. There's a wood pigeon flying across. Tons of ducks. Let me get a bit of a closer look. You won't be able to see obviously right now. I will get some footage after I'm finished with the survey and then try and include it on top of this. There's a bird flying over the water there. That was a moorhen just flying in, I believe, although I didn't get a great look. Yeah. Oh, they're lovely. I'm hoping they stay around for a little bit. Probably got about 12 maybe minutes left. The sky over there is beautiful. Loads of gulls in the field over yonder. If I sat here long enough, I may be lucky and see an otter. Only seen here once. I've only seen here once. Came here in the heavy pouring rain, and it was right up close to the bank, swimming just past the yellow bits there. I didn't even know we had them in this section, but it would be really good to see one this week on this survey, although you can do the surveys at any time. But I did too. What the heck were you? You had so much blue on you. You had like a luminescent blue tail, whatever that bird was. Shame it flew too fast. Even if I was paying attention fully, it would have flown right past. What the hell kind of bird has bright blue? It wasn't a kingfisher. It wasn't fully blue. I'm pretty sure it was darker at the front and it had blue. Well, that was interesting. Gonna have to come out here early more often. You're a black-headed girl. Yeah, black-headed girl. Just flown over there. Crow. Not much going on this side of the river today. It's all happening over there. Which I suppose makes sense. That's kind of the better side right now. Because the sluice gates, for a good while now, the sluice gates have been pretty shut. By which I mean they've been mostly shut except a little stream coming out. I know what I mean. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, just a female duck. Just the one. I suppose we'll go. I mean, there is, of course, still algae and then whatnot there. I'd imagine it will be black-headed gull. I'd imagine my result, grey wagtail again. My results will be fairly similar as the other one coming in. You guys are beautiful. Let me get a close up look at you in person, not just on the phone. I kept referring to them as goldfinches yesterday, like an idiot, because I saw some as I entered the countryside. I don't think I've ever seen a grey wagtail, so that was cool to kind of be wrong about and learn. Look at you, beautiful little creature. But other than you guys and that duck, not a lot going on over here. Let's switch back to the other side, methinks. How long have we got left? Look at that sky, all little bugs. There are bugs on the survey. 6 minutes left. Not too bad, not too bad. Just flying a bit strange there for a second, that gull. Tons of ducks still. There's a bird just there. Where are you going to land? Oh, you've landed between the fence. Can I see what you are? Because you're not a duck. Get on the fence. No, that fence is in the way. Too much. Ducks are all coming over this way there. Let me get a quick video on my phone. Without the lens. Oh, one. Just missed it. Flew in. Again, there's a gull sat on the fence post. Over there. Gulls aren't actually on the survey. But, well, I mean, they are in the form of the other tab. Tons of them this morning there. And I do love gulls. black-headed ones the most. The others are a bit more common. Although there are a lot of black-headed gulls over this way, which is nice. There's a couple of ducks fighting there. So what else is on the survey? The plant life. Bramble isn't on there. Hawthorn, I mean, you know, that's not necessarily on there. There are plants growing on the banks, whether it be trees or shrubs, you know, so that it is on the survey, but not specifically. It's not as comprehensive as I thought when I came in to do the first practice survey, which is good because I'm not the smartest person. Great way. Is there a spot down there that they can sit on? Is there? I should know. I was down there the other day. We cleaned up loads of litter, which is also on the survey. So I'm going to put yes to that because there is a bit of polystyrene. I wasn't able to get it all, and now I just tons of little bits that are broken up amongst the algae as well, which sucks. Fish are on the survey, of course, but I can't see any. Obviously, with it being so murky. Underwater plants. I know there are some there, so I will put them on the survey, but I can't see any right now. Silt in the river itself, can't see that. Again, tons of algae. I don't know whether this streak here would be considered sewage, I forget what they call it, sewage algae or something. It's slimy, it's whatever. I mean, there's a water treatment plant over that way. There's the buzzard again just there. There's ducks floating in. Is that a moorhen? It's not like a moorhen call I usually hear. It's coming from over that way, I think, in the reeds. I'm not going to put up a survey unless I can hear it, because I don't know bird calls. I don't know most bird calls off by heart, so only if I can see it will it be included. And it doesn't sound like a moorhen that I usually hear. Could be a coot, potentially. They're on the survey. I've never seen a coot around here, I don't think. Again, tons of gulls flying in. One last look over the other side. Probably got around 2 minutes left, maybe. Should have an alarm. It might just go off my ears though. Oh, there's a little egret down there. Yeah, there is a little egret. That is beautiful. I learned what that is yesterday. I've always had herons, the little white wading birds, but they are little egrets. I was watching it just yesterday. There was a little egret I was watching, and I saw a heron fly in from this way land just there. It was beautiful. But there we go. There's a little egret. That's another bird on the survey. I will try and get some footage, hopefully, before it flies off. I'm not going to check the timer, but we've probably got a few minutes left now, as I said. But just ducks there, please stick around, that would be amazing. You are beautiful there. You are lovely. Look. Oh, there is the alarm. Oh, it's gone off already, nice. So we will end this video here. I'll get some footage of the egret and the ducks and anything else I see. Oh, do you know what, we need to do the survey actually. Hopefully we've got enough battery in the camera. Now, I mean, it's not amazing footage, but it's as good as I can get, and I'm pretty happy with that. I would love to just leave the camera set right there, but if I let go, it's gonna fall away, so I'm just gonna hold it there. It's gonna be slightly shaky. I'm just gonna focus on that for a good minute or two here, as long as it decides to stick around. And then all the ducks are coming a bit closer, so it should be a little bit better quality. Let me adjust it slightly on the lens. No, that's about as good. I probably made it a bit worse, in fact. Let me refocus. Oopsie daisy, and turn down the exposure slightly. Again, yeah, that's probably as good as we're going to get, but absolutely beautiful. Oh, where are you off to? You found some food? No? You gonna fly off? Oh, another one is just flying past me as we talk. Poo. One literally, I couldn't see where it went. It literally just flew over that way. Anyway, the egret is still there. Let me get some footage of the ducks there. Shaky footage, but footage nonetheless. Where's the duck that sat still? That'd be easy. There we go. So we're going to start the survey. I'm going to blur that as personal information. We're happy to be contacted. We've taken part in a survey before, just me. It's going to put us in the field just there. I will put it in the middle of there, just slightly this side, I suppose. Did I take pictures? I don't know if I did. Got an egret picture, we'll add that today. That helps. Has it rained in the last 24 hours? Yes. How fast is the river flowing? Well, as I said in the previous videos, this side isn't really flowing. There's a slight stream, so I would put slower than walking pace. But this side today, we've got to take into account as well. And obviously the tide is going to be moving out. How much has it gone out in the past kind of 20 minutes while we've been sat here? I can't tell. The egret's gone now. I will put steady, I suppose, because oh no, it's still there, hopping about. I'll put steady at walking pace because the flow there is pretty good, and the wind is blowing that this way, so we'll put steady about walking pace this morning. How often do you usually visit the place? I'll put daily at the moment. It is typically once a week or something though. Based on what you see, first impression of the river. This side I put other. I don't really know because there is algae and there is litter that washes up here quite a bit. There's a moorhen just there, but it doesn't look unhealthy. It just looks, it's got some unhealthy elements. This side, I don't really see it too full often, so just at a quick glance I'd say that looks fairly healthy. So I will put other, just because of the mixed things I've just discussed. One word would you describe to, what one word would you use to describe how you feel when you're by this river? Last 2 days I've put peace. I want to put something different today, but it is just so peaceful. I'll put relaxed, I guess, because it is relaxing as well. I don't know what kind of words they're after, but we will put relaxed. From where you're standing, do you think this river is natural? Now, this side is probably fairly natural. There's a fence, which is a separate question. This side I'm unsure of. I would say it's fairly natural, but again, you've got obviously that is well manicured by the caravan site. So I've been putting mixed, which I'm going to put again there. Any barriers? Obviously there's a huge barrier right there, and then there's this one obviously there. I don't think that would have, well, I don't know, but there are artificial barriers anyway. There's no natural ones on either side as of now. Are the riverbanks mostly natural? Again, they are mostly natural, I would say, but they do have, there's a fence there that goes a little bit into the river. There's a dock. I don't know if these things matter too much because it's not really that intrusive, but I will put mixed again. Now what have we seen? We've seen no beavers, no coots, no dippers, no dragonflies this morning. Not here anyway, I saw some on the way, but none here. Right, now we've seen lots of ducks. Can we spot any fish just really quickly? No, it's way too murky. You can sort of see to the bottom here, but yeah, I'm not seeing any fish in there. We've seen grey wagtails. They are still about somewhere. I can hear them over this way. We've not seen a heron. We have seen a little egret. I did see a heron yesterday. I think I'm going to put yes to a heron. It would be better if there was a little egret option. Maybe I'll put other for the little egret. We won't say heron just to be specific here. No kingfishers, sadly. No mayflies, stoneflies, or caddisflies. Oh, sorry, none of them. No moorhens, no otters, no rats, no swans, unfortunately, today. So I'll go next. Plants growing completely under the water. I know there are some in there. You can vaguely make out some as well. I don't know whether it's algae or they are plants, but I will put plants because I don't know. And there is some stuff under there. Plants emerging out of the water, lots. Floating on the surface, there's none. Grown on the bank, lots. Obviously hawthorn tree, blackberries, teasel, which I learned recently. Algae, a fair bit of that, as you can see. The water is murky. Yeah, I mean it's murky. Does the water smell? It never smells unpleasant when I'm here. Things that come out of the water do smell that have been in the mud, but that's just that's a natural muddy smell. So no, the water does not smell. Can you see any litter? Now there is some on the bank, I know for sure, and I'm going to put yes to the river as well because there is polystyrene here. There was a lot the other day. I've got it out, but we will put yes in the river as well. On the banks as well, is there any on the banks? We've got stuff in the vegetation on the banks. I don't know for sure. We cleaned this field up at the beginning of the year, but I can't see because it's all overgrown right now, so we'll put no to that for now. Algal blooms, again, I should have done my research. Algal blooms I think are under the water, at least from this picture they look under the water, and I can't see under the water, so we're going to put no to that. Livestock, there are some cows, not this field, there's a buzzard there again, not this field, but the field behind this one, there are some cows there at the moment, and there is sometimes a bull in this field, hasn't been in this field all summer, but we will put livestock as well, because they do have access to the water. No mine water, thankfully, no road runoff. There's no sewage, again there's a treatment plant over there, but there's nothing to indicate sewage here that I've seen on my walks along this section, or as of right now. So that's good. Sewage fungus, again I don't know if this is sewage fungus. It looks pretty grim, unlike that algae there, but I don't know for sure, so I'm not going to put yes. And there's no silts that I can see right now. 3 good things. I'm bad at this. I'm going to put the buzzard again. Buzzard nearby banks. It's not really a water animal obviously, but it's hunting nearby, which means it must be pretty good. There's a lot of small prey there for it to be hunting there so regularly. Varied bird life. Oops, bird life. I would put waterfowl, but the seagulls as well. There's no such thing as a seagull. Not going to get into it. The gulls, and the great wagtails. There's tons of birds here. I mean the wagtails on the survey. There's tons of birds that aren't on the survey here as well using it, and more or less litter free, just a few little bits. So we'll put very nearly litter free, like so. Anything else you'd like to share? I'm bad at this, I really don't know what else I should be adding, if anything. So I'm just going to skip that one, finish the survey, and upload it. Like so. And that is that. It took a bit longer than it would if I was just doing it quickly, obviously, but I like to share my findings. I'll upload this video separately to the main video, as well as in the main video. I'll do a couple of videos today on this. But that is that for today. I'm gonna go off today for now. I'm gonna come back later this evening at some point and do another survey here. Hopefully see some different wildlife. But for now, that'll be that. I will see you in the next video.